Hi.
What have you done to your hair?
Do you like it?
Wait till your grandmother sees what you've done.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a restoration that I've already done twice. I can't be stopped. And in this one, there's going to be some new topics that we go over, like how to fix broken leg joints, which is pretty exciting because I find these occasionally with broken leg joints, and now I know how to fix it, and maybe now you do too. Today we are going to be restoring a classic 1967 twist and turn Barbie. Now this doll is absolutely stunning, and I knew whenever I saw her on Facebook Marketplace for 25 bucks, I was like, girl. I ran to that person who was selling her because I was like, I need to have her. I didn't know that she had all of these problems. I just thought she honestly looked like a diamond in the rough. And then on closer inspection, whenever I did purchase her, then I really inspected her and I was like, oh, her leg's broken. Oh, her other leg's broken. Oh, she's missing hair.
Pack your belongings and leave.
So this doll will need a partial reroute and some leg surgery. If any of that sounds interesting to you, continue watching and let's get started with this restoration. So here is the beautiful twist and turn herself, and just look at her. She is so gorgeous, like with a face like this. If you collect mod dolls from Barbie's later 60s era, this is the kind of face that you dream about finding. It's so beautiful. And then she's got these full original lashes. Now this Barbie does have a problem. The original owner decided to cut off her little ponytail hairs. All the way down to the root, both sides. And her leg over here is broken. This is going to be like some experimental restoration on my behalf because I actually have never fixed this problem before, so we'll see exactly what I can do about that. Another thing too, she's got a gash in her leg, but look, her leg still bends and everything, so it's just the rubber itself has just come apart. So we're going to see if we can fix that the same way that we do Barbie neck splits. And I imagine that I could, because if you just close it like that, then it's closed. So if we add some glue to it, maybe that will help out that situation. I don't know how well it will work, but we'll still give it a shot and see, because I looked in I have like a Barbie parts bin.
I beg your pardon, are you ill?
And because I've been doing this a while, and I actually don't have any twist and turn legs available in the parts bin, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. And she comes with her original swimsuit also. And there's the cover up, and the cover up needs some help. And then we have the bikini bottoms, which are all stretched out, so we'll have to replace that elastic, and as well as the bikini top is all stretched out as well. The resewing of elastic can be tedious, but it will pay off in the long run. So with this doll, again, it's going to be a little bit experimental. We're going to give her a partial reroute only on the sides, framing the face so that we can make another ponytail. Fun fact about this doll, I got her in a Barbie lot, and I suspect that she is a trade-in doll. And trade-in, by what I mean by that, is that when the Twist and Turn Barbie came out originally, you were able to trade in your old Barbie plus $1.25 to be able to get the new Barbie with the twist and turn waist, the new face, and all the fix-ins that come with. And the reason I think that she was specifically the trade-in doll is because the case that she came in, there's a lot of older and more vintagey kind of Barbie fashions that range from the early 60s to probably 65. And this doll is from 1967, so there's traces of an original Barbie, a fashion queen. I think that somebody traded in their fashion queen for this beautiful doll and really had their fun with her. But we're going to try our best today to see what can be done, and if we can bring this Barbie back to life, and I'm fairly certain that we can.
You possess an extraordinary sense of humor.
Yes, and that ain't all.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of the hair that is framing the face that has been cut, and I'm just going to go and cut it a little bit better. It'll make sense why I'm doing that in just a minute. Do it to this side as well. We're gonna pop off her head. We're gonna take extra care not to get any of these original lashes, so I'm gonna go all the way to the side. And I'm just taking the flathead screwdriver and I'm just plucking it out gently. There we go. We're gonna go back over here, do the same thing, and just pluck out as best as you can. There you go. Okay, so now it is ready to be rerooted, at least partially anyway. And if you have any hair, you should be able to pull it out, like so. See? So I'm gonna pull out all this hair and then I'll put the head back on the body and then we'll get her washed.
I got some groovy new clothes today for my twist and turn Barbie. For school, this neat togetherness outfit and a new fuzzy suit called Snug Fuzz. And these are for the movies or something. This Snapdash outfit has a hat and knee socks. And every one of Barbie's dressing new gowns like Swirly Q comes with gloves, a purse, or other things. My Barbie's going to dress beautifully this year. Yours can too. Thanks to Mattel.
It's time to give this Barbie a bath, so I've got some warm water and I'm going to use some dish soap. We're going to lather that all over her. Make sure to get deep into the hair of any older dolls you may have because sometimes they might have some hidden mold and dirt. Now we're going to take some baking soda and we're just going to start to lightly scrub on this Barbie. Make sure to get around her fingers and up her arms. Now, if this Barbie had any chipping paint, I wouldn't use baking soda. Baking soda can be very abrasive. And I'm going to go lightly around her face. This Barbie's face is just truly terrific. You can tell whoever had her really loved her. And let's see what this water will look like. But there's your Barbie. Looking clean. Do another coat of dish soap. And this is to get off any excess baking soda. Go over those detailed areas like fingers, mouth, eyes, really anywhere that any baking soda can get stuck into, because when baking soda dries, it looks crusty. Taking my warm water, and I'm just washing her off completely. We're gonna take some hair conditioner, put that on her hair. I like to use the conditioner that has the word moisture in it because usually that's perfect for dry plastic hair. It's a beautiful color. And there we are. Now we'll pat this Barbie doll clean with a towel and she should be good to go and get her hair partially rerooted.
Sure, Jan.
Okay, so here she is, patted dry, and I mean, just look at that face. That is such a dream. Isn't she gorgeous?
Hello, gorgeous.
So we will put some hair in her as well, and when her hair is dried, it kind of looks like this color right here, and this is all I have left of this color, so I'm really trying to make the most of it. You are only going to do, just as the name says, 2 partially reroot sections. So we are going to take very small sections of hair. I'm going to wrap them around my finger, and if you want a more detailed video on hair rerooting, I already have it on my channel. But you'll boop, do that, see? And then poke it in, just like that. And there you go. All right. Do that again so that you can see, and again, More detailed restoration videos I already have on my channel, and it will be under the tutorials playlist. There we go. And there we are. We are only putting in hair where it is needed. We are not putting hair where it is not needed, if that makes any sense.
Yes, and also no.
So we are only going to give back into the stall what was taken away from her. And to me, that's what makes a flawless restoration.
Okay, whatever that means.
We've got her partial reroot done. And now we are just going to style the hair. I'm going to put the ponytail hair on this end. And those are thankfully the only hairs that we needed to partially reroot. I'm just gonna brush out everything. We're gonna take the hair and then flip it up and take a orthodontist rubber band. These seem to work best, in my opinion. There we go. All right. Cool beans. And I'm going to take the excess bangs. I'm going to try to find them and put them to where I would like them. Just make sure that we have all the bangs where we want them. I'm going to take a little bit of my ribbon and put that in the hair. There we go. We'll just cut off the excess. There we are. Looks nice. I'm going to take a clear plastic cello and I'm going to start to put that over top of the hair. And while I do that, I'm going to brush the bangs over to the right. And once everything is all brushed and all blended through, mind you, the stall has not had a boil wash yet. We are going to give her a boil wash, which should set the bangs and should also set the hairstyle and kind of straighten out the bow. So now it is time to give this stall a boil wash. And we are just going to start off right here on the bangs. And then I'm going to go down to the long bit of hair. And you can take a fine tooth comb to this hair. To use my diluted gel, and I'm going to douse that on the bangs and on the hair. And if you have any questions about the diluted gel, it is also in my tutorials playlist. I use it with all of my boil washes. It really seems to help the hair look nice and uniform and really pretty. There we are. And the new hair seems to blend in very well with the old hair. Wow, isn't she stunning? Yes! So we're going to try to fix the stall's legs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the legs from the hip joint. And this twist and turn plastic has become brittle over time. You don't want to force it. What you want to do is you want to heat up the pelvis and the leg joint completely, and then try your best to get it out without damaging the plastic. Some of this plastic, especially the early twist and turns, is very brittle. So any kind of heat will either damage it with a crack, or any kind of force could make it crumble right before your eyes. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the case here, but we shall see. I would like to get its little hip joint all fixed. I kind of have an idea of how I'm going to do it, but I also am a little bit anxious about it because I personally have never really done that before, because honestly, I've never really cared that much.
Scandalous!
But I just want to do this for shits and gigs and see if there's anything that can be done with that leg joint.
Really? That I'd like to see.
The stall has been chilling in there long enough, I think. So I'm going to take her out of the boiling water, and I'm going to try to take off her leg without damaging the the plastic. So wish me luck. You can see like right where it's damaged. And I'm just gonna take this and try, there we go. Comes right out. We can get started at looking at how to fix that kind of a break. And I think what I'm gonna need to do is take an X-Acto blade so I can pull back the rubber part of this joint.
Don't touch me, I'm sterile!
All right, so let's get to doing some surgery. I've got a couple things by me. I've got my super glue, I have some baking soda, I have a pen needle, I've got a couple pairs of different kinds of clips, and then I of course have my X-Acto blade. So what I'm going to do first, again, I don't really know what I'm doing. I am going to see where I can trim this rubber. I'm going to take the pin now and I'm going to pin it right there in the leg. We can see that this right here is broken off right there. So no wonder why a lot of these break. It's pretty thin, the plastic just to be. So let's pull out some super glue and I'm going to try my best to glue it. So let's see, we're going to glue right here. Looks good. And I'm gonna hold down right there, but you can see like there's some super glue down in there. And I'm gonna take some of my baking soda and sprinkle it right there in the spot. Wondering if that will kind of fit. Oh, magic. I love the baking soda and super glue trick to build new acrylic. There we go. So it looks like that. And I'm gonna take this off. Okay. I'm gonna take a clip and clip that down. And after a couple hours, the glue should be like 100% done, but that is back to normal. Wow. That is so easy. We'll see how it looks whenever it's back on the torso, but that was pretty easy.
Oh, I'm just so perfect at so many things. You're just jealous, Jan.
Let's get started on trying to do this repair next. So it is a pretty jagged cut. I don't know what brought it to doing this, like what kind of stress. That didn't break the knee joint, but it broke the skin. So it's a pretty terrifying cut. I'm gonna put some glue right here on this little notepad paper. Going to take this little pin here and kind of like douse the end in it. And I'm going to go to the joint itself and I'm just going to put this onto the vinyl where it's got its tears. And I'm trying not to get this on the outer portion of the leg, and I'm also trying not to get this in the inner portion of the leg because we still want the knee to work. Do this as best as I can on camera.
That was a lie.
Okay, so now what I'm going to try to do is shut it perfectly. So hopefully, look at that. Close it until the glue is fully adhered, but that wasn't a bad fix or a bad idea. think that worked out pretty well.
1 hour later.
It is time to retouch the leg. So I have her sitting in some boiling water again. And the leg itself, like sure there's a gash there, but it's not moving. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we're just really trying to make do with what we have here in this household. There you go. And this leg as well. It's pretty good. You know, would this doll benefit from a new body? Probably would. But we are going to try to make use of what we have. And there we are. The legs are now on. And she's looking pretty fabulous. So we've got the petty and the mani done. And if you're interested in how I repaint or touch up paint on dolls, I do have a video on that separately. But as you can see, like her face coloring really is not that bad, but it couldn't hurt with some extra added color.
She's obsessed with it!
I have some chalk pastels over here, some soft pastels, and I have my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It's for blending the eye. And we've got our Barbie. So our Barbie's really pretty. And I'm just gonna give her a little bit more color. I'm gonna focus like more around her face, around the places that get touched a lot, like around the nose and the chin. And see, like, it's helping just a little bit, you know, every little bit counts. Look at that color, instant color. And if you want like a more thorough, in-depth video on how to recolor, I've already made it. You guys are probably noticing a trend if you're first watching my channel. Like, damn, this bitch be making so many videos. But I do, every week. And look at that. A little bit of color, right? Never hurt. Never hurt. Beautiful. So, if you go a little bit too heavy-handed, don't worry. It will eventually fade. The chalk pastels don't fade as quickly as what the markers or the ink does, but they do tend to fade to look more original, in my opinion. Now, something that I'm gonna go ahead and do is just touch up on that blush, because the mod dolls were all about that blush. All about that healthy dose of color and the power of their makeup. And there we go. Isn't she gorgeous? Now that Barbie is looking super gorgeous, we're going to start on her swimsuit. So with this doll swimsuit, like I mentioned before, it's just very stretched out elastic. And sure, you could just go ahead and put it back on Barbie, but it's really not going to look the best, and it's going to like move around. And I just know that we can do a better job than what it looks like right now. So I'm going to take a seam ripper. You can use any seam ripper of your choice, and this is where it's going to get a little bit tedious. So we can start right over here, like where you can see like there's some thread right there. Anywhere where you see thread, just go right ahead and take it out. Now, I'm not going to do any of my quick fixes with this. I'm just going to do a good fix, because I want it to last for a while and I want it to look nice. But once I have all of her costume pieces all taken apart, I will come back and show you exactly how to put back in the elastic. I have my sewing machine all ready to go, and I have the bra in parts. So the bra is sewn simply like this together, like right there in the middle. But it has something in the back for the elastic, which I've taken out, as you can see. So I am going to start by sewing on the elastic onto the back of the bra. I'm going to go forwards and backwards, and that will lock in the elastic. And then I'm going to pull the elastic taut and start to sew down the elastic onto the strap. And it can be pretty hard, considering that the vinyl material is a little bit fragile, like more on the fragile side. And there we go. Now it has some new elastic. We're going to do the same thing for the bottoms. And you are going to pull taut as you sew. Okay, and it may take you some time. Again, this is very tedious to do it like this. But it does look lots better when it's done. Okay, and there we go. New elastic. And of course, obviously, after you are done with sewing in the new elastic, you just sew them right back together the way that they were originally, and boom, you'll be done. So on the swimsuit cover up, the elastic that's inside of it, which looks like this, sometimes gets pulled out. So like as you can see up here, like where it's got those raw edges, that's where it's gone into the hole itself. And just like the rubber bits of the elastic are in there, so no longer it's going to be elasticated and tight. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've grabbed them from the thread like covering, we call that a surged edge, and you can pull them through and then it will make it the original desired effect, which it'll make it stretchy again. And since it's older, it is kind of already stretched out anyway, so you've got like these little stretchy bits on the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sew these all back into place and position, and then it will be ready to be put back on our Barbie. This swimsuit cover is now sewn completely back up, and it's ready to be put back on Barbie, who is now going to be done.
She looks prettier and more real than ever before. But what kind of a girl is the new twist and turn Barbie? Is she a famous fashion model? Does Barbie like sports? And music? And dancing? Would Barbie rather go to the beach or go for a walk in the country? Does Barbie know all there is to know about what's new and exciting? What kind of a girl is the new twist and turn Barbie? Whatever kind of girl you want her to be. She's got a beautiful new face, a new hairstyle, and all kinds of new outfits to add to her wardrobe. And a twist and turn waist so she can pose any way you want. Mattel's new twist and turn Barbie can be whatever you want her to be when you pretend together.
And here she is, all done. This doll made a very beautiful transformation. She's absolutely stunning, and I knew that she would be because she had so much potential. First of all, her face. You hope, you wish, you dream to find them with that beautiful face. There's no yellowing, there's no stickiness. She is just as peachy and pretty as the day she was new. And those beautiful lashes. And that tremendous hair color. And the new hair does blend in pretty well with this old hair, if you ask me. If you didn't know anything about this doll, you would have swore that she's all original. And then of course down to the legs. The legs were the main focus here, the main problem factors for me. Are they perfect? No. Is she perfect? No, but she is a great representation of what a played with doll can look like in your collection. She's not mint, but she shows her age, and she's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm happy she had, some play in, because that means she met her purpose. But of course, no more wobbly leg that goes in and out. And although it's not the prettiest of restorations right there, it can bend and can go down without there being a split in sight. But of course, as always, you all will have to let me know what you think about this restoration. I think she came out really stunning and very pretty, and I'm so happy to have her in my collection, and I can't wait to put her on my shelf. Speaking of which, there she is, just fitting right in with the other mod twist and turns. This doll is just so pretty. In fact, they're all so pretty. And sure, she's not perfect, but to be my collection, you don't have to be perfect. Just gotta be pretty.
And that's showbiz. Kid.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. I have a lot of exciting videos coming your way. I know I keep saying that every single week, but now I feel physically better. I'm no longer like as sick as I was. So I should be able to create what I wanted to create for you all. So I'm very excited. Let me all know what you think of the Twist and Turn Barbie. Do you remember having this Barbie? She's absolutely stunning. Hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
You've got lots of friends. And some of your friends are dolls. But Barbie's the doll with lots of friends of her own. They're Stacy and Christy.
What's playing at the cinema? Shall we go?
Let's go shopping with Barbie.
There's Skipper and her new twist and turn friends, Francie and Casey. Sure, dolls are fun.
I love being a fashion model.
And friends are the best thing in the world. Now, if you have Barbie and her friends at your house, you've got some new friends.